We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
It's been a long week, and I'm a little on edge. I think I need to call my friends. Somebody come save me. It's 5:01, and we can drink the night away. Pour a little bourbon for me and my friends, and we'll see how this story ends. We'll kick up some dust, cause a little scene, have a little good time drinking Kentucky gasoline. We ain't sorry, we're just having a little fun. We're drinking whiskey tonight, won't stop till the bottle's done. When the night is over at 6 a.m., I'll roll on home with a smile on my face. It felt like a good night, get a little crazy, let it all out and howl at the moon. My head is ringing like they're playing hell's bells, and I can barely remember my name. Kick up some dust, cause a little scene, have a little good time drinking Kentucky gasoline. We ain't sorry, we're just having a little fun. We're drinking whiskey tonight, won't stop till the bottle's done. We're feeling alright, we'll turn it up and get down tonight. We're feeling alright, we'll turn it up and get loud tonight. Kick up some dust, cause a little scene, have a little good time drinking Kentucky gasoline. We ain't sorry, we're just having a little fun. We're drinking whiskey tonight, won't stop till the bottle's done. Kick up some dust, cause a little scene, have a little good time drinking Kentucky gasoline. We ain't sorry, we're just having a little fun. We're drinking whiskey tonight, won't stop till the bottle's done.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Hey, look, Eddie's not here yet. Well, he's here. He's just not on camera yet. We'll just go to we'll go to this screen while he's finishing his smoke.
Yeah, buddy.
Welcome back, everybody, to another week of SCSRA Live. We do appreciate everybody coming by, and it's gonna be an interesting episode. First, the goal today is we're getting Eddie to go on a rant, and I have some ideas on how to do it. You don't want to be here for that. I'm sorry, but this is our show. We're gonna do it the way we want. So let's have some fun. First, Eddie, how you doing, bud?
Hanging in there like a hair in a biscuit, brother. How about you?
Hell yeah, brother. I'm alive and well. I'm tired. Last 2 nights, I think I've got a total of like 6 hours of sleep. Had to miss the race yesterday due to work. Is what it is. But hopefully we'll be here next week. Who knows?
There you go.
Luckily, I get to work from home, so I can still help out and do race control and stuff during the race. So, is what it is, man.
Faux show.
So I decided we're going to do something. Yeah, executive decision here. decided we're going to do something a little different. Every week, we're going to have an iRacing segment of news, and every week we're going to talk about scuffs because I haven't heard of it yet. Adam St. John in the chat. We got Cheese in the chat. Eddie's also in the chat, which is fun. And also, Josh Hall, first commenter today. Going on, guys. So first thing we're going to do, we're actually going to take a look at the development blog that came out today. Some interesting stuff in here. We'll wait till Eddie comes. Well, he's coming. We'll be there in a second. Anything new with you, Eddie? Congratulations on one of your wins this week, bud. Team Neon
Thanks,
sweeping
buddy.
the week.
Yeah, that was pretty record setting there.
Right?
It's going to be a while before anybody else can break that one.
I know, right? All right, Eddie's back. Let's take a look at this development blog because this is going to be interesting. All right, so first, been a few months. They've got some new standalone games coming. Well, not new. They've been announced. We already know about them, but NASCAR 25, developed by the original developers of Papyrus. I'm super stoked about that, to be honest. I don't know if I'll ever use it because it's console based, but I think it's pretty cool. To have like a realistic one, not that NASCAR heat crap that's been coming out. World of Outlaws, super cool. And Exocross, have you ever heard of that?
Yeah, I've seen Shib play it on his stream.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did it look fun?
Pretty cool. Yeah, it looked interesting. I don't necessarily know that it would be for me after being in iRacing.
Right.
Kind of like the console 25, like that don't excite me at all.
What if it's good though? What if, because got to think, NASCAR 25 is going to be based on the iRacing engine.
That's okay. I have iRacing.
I
Why
know.
do I need something based off of it?
I know, but it's going to have, I think it's going to be the best of both worlds. I hope that the AI is better in that and also bring improvements to that to iRacing personally, but I think it'd be cool. I'm excited for it. I think the more introduction to NASCAR, the better.
I'll be over here on iRacing when y'all get done with 25. So.
To be clear, I'm not going to own it because I have iRacing. What do I don't also, I'm not going to play NASCAR on a controller. Are you kidding me? And
That's what I'm saying, bro.
My Logitech G20, whatever the hell I have, sure as hell ain't going to work on my PlayStation 5. So no thanks.
Yeah, it will.
No, well, it doesn't have the right security thing on it.
Oh.
PlayStation's more locked down than the Xbox is. It's incredible.
The G29 should have been for the PlayStation, though.
The PlayStation 4.
Still. You're going to make me pull mine out and fucking try it. But, anywho.
I'm curious. Wait, what do I have now? No, I have the 920 now.
The
Maybe it
920
will
Xbox.
work. Oh, I don't know. Who cares?
Yeah.
I'm not trying it. Ooh, maybe Gran Turismo 7. That may back. Anyways, that's a different problem for a different day. Okay, so updates to multiplayer and networking. That went well. DDoS attacks.
Right.
Earlier
changed the servers from Boston to Ohio.
Right. And then now the default server's Australia. Don't do that, guys. It's fun when Adam joins in because he has no netcode then, but for everybody else, there's some weird stuff that happens. Earlier this summer, they were joined by a veteran and highly capable developer who was principal level multiplayer netcode engineer for one of our top competitors. So I'm interested to see how that plays out when it comes to netcode and if they can actually get that stuff minimized as much as they can.
Yeah.
Looks like there's going to be some improvements to AI. I would like to see AI not just travel in one single line. That would be cool.
I'm still waiting on this career mode we were promised. Like, whatever happened to that? That fizzle out?
Yeah, it's coming. It's called NASCAR 25. So there's going to be some updates to some tracks. Caldwell Park is getting some updates to the graphics Let me see here. Racers nestled in the woods of. Okay.
Lincolnshire, England, bro. I'm so stoked for that.
We know. It's a great track. That
It's
actually
amazing.
might be fun for some fun runs. Look at all that that S thing right there. That might be interesting. Anyways. Spa is getting some updates.
Josh heard NASCAR 25 is going to have scuffs. I just want to point out the whole fact of the matter is like they got all these people in these departments working on this goofy shit here when they could be making iRacing a lot better with scuffs and the choose line and no telling what else.
Keep going, Eddie.
But yeah,
Keep going.
that's it.
We got it.
That's all I got.
Dang
That's
it.
all I got,
All
man.
right.
That's all I got.
We're going to keep going because we're going to talk about some more road courses because I know that's what you love.
Love it.
Let me see
All right.
here. Let's see what else is happening at Spa. The first part of the blog states that all departments are separate. No, all for yeah, I know. Let me see here. There's a new car, the BMW GT4 Evo. We'll never buy that one. Oh, it's a new version of a car that's already on iRacing. Here's how we'll handle its release. iRacers who own the former car will receive credits if they purchased it within the last year. Last year? Isn't it usually 90 days? Interesting. Okay. The extent of the credits will be determined by the recency of the purchase. Well, that's stupid.
That is very stupid.
That's
kind of like the Ferrari thing. That was dumb. And then the Mercedes, the AMW Formula, whatever the hell
the
that
W12 and 13
W12.
thing.
Yeah,
That was shitty in my opinion.
for sure.
That you come out with the W12, which was this groundbreaking introduction into iRacing, bringing a Formula One car in, and like with design input from Mercedes, and then the next season you come out with the next
13.
like the 13, and everyone has to rebuy it, and
Yeah.
that's just I don't know. That was pretty messed up in my opinion.
Yep.
Um,
Definitely made me rethink some things whenever buying content.
it definitely soured me for buying content, but there's a couple of things like I just got the Ford Mustang GT3 car, but I've wanted that car since it was unveiled. I really wish they would bring the Track 49 car, that Le Mans NASCAR that they brought to Le Mans that was like whooping on the GT3 cars. I'd love to see that. I'd buy that in a heartbeat. And like those little one-off cars, I'll buy those just for like fun run stuff and play around with them. But I'm not a huge open wheel person to begin with, so I would never have bought it. But I'd rather just go buy F123 if I'm being honest. Try to play with those with no, I'm good. Let me see here. 720S GT3. Let me see here. Cool looking car. We're gonna keep on going right on past that one. This is cool. The mini stocks. Was it cheese? Yeah, hoping that they get the sound right on this correct. I hope so too. It's going to be interesting. I'm excited for this. I wish this was going to be a free car.
It is.
Is it going to be a free car? I was just going to.
Yes. Yes. I've read that it was. Yes. Free
Okay.
for all iRacers. The last sentence right there at the bottom of that paragraph.
Fantastic. I like it. Even better. I think
They're
that'd be
gonna
cool.
they're not gonna have a dirt version of it yet, but that's gonna come later.
That's awesome. I think that's an awesome introduction into ovals and stuff. That's fantastic. In addition to the stuff mentioned above, we got some updates to the systems. Spotty Rain, I know you're really thrilled about this, Eddie. Changes
I'm
to
curious, man. Like, could you imagine doing an oval race and having that? Because I read that whenever you turn that on, like even the person that makes the session don't know whether it's gonna rain or not, or when it's gonna rain or not. So how crazy would that be to be running a regular race, like a regular oval race in the league, and have to stop and hold on because of a rain delay? How crazy would that be?
That would be pretty awesome. My only problem to that, and the only reason I can say they wouldn't do this is, let's say you have, and that's what this whole system is adding the ability to not just set a time that the race or the rain's going to start, but like the probability of it. And it should start sometime between this time and this time, which would be considered spotty rain in real life, right? So that's super awesome that they're adding that feature. I can't see them ever doing this on oval, because let's say you do implement this in oval racing. Once you have rain, the server timer is going to continue going. And granted, we have plenty of time in our races. We have an hour and a half after our race that the server is still rented. But if you don't factor that in, like, what happens when the timer expires on the server and if you're under a red flag condition? I guess that would be a permanent rain delay, right?
I mean, that's what happens in real life, bro.
That'd be super cool. That would suck though, because
It would suck. It would add another twist into it.
That
I mean,
would be kind of cool.
Yeah, it would be cool, but on the same hand, though, like, who wants to sit there and wait? Like, our races aren't super short, so like,
Yeah.
who wants to sit there and wait, through like a rain delay or something?
Oh,
Like, I think that would be the only problem.
What if
But
it was a rain delay? Like, red flag comes out, rain delay, it can only last for like 5 minutes. But so the rain goes away after 5 minutes, but the track state resets. That might be cool. Like, washes the track off, and then it'd be like a brand new track again, all green with no
Yeah.
rubber on it.
Yeah.
That would be wicked. We'd probably get that before we get scuffs.
Yeah.
A couple more cars are added to the rain tires. This is a big one, the qualifying. You are no longer going to be able to hide what you do in qualifying. So what's going to happen is, for you, qualifying will remain the same. You'll be the only one on track. But when you're outside of the car, you can watch anybody else qualifying. So anybody's qualifying tricks that they may have been playing before, not saying anybody does in this league, just there are people in the world that do that, not just in NASCAR, but in all of the road leagues and stuff like that. There's been a lot of controversy about people doing things under qualifying to cut that lap time down under qualifying, but they can never repeat that lap in a race. So now everyone will be able to see everything that happens in qualifying.
I like it.
That's kind of cool. So on broadcast, we don't actually show qualifying, because people like Joe and Dave Wright, maybe they're doing something under qualifying at a super speedway that wouldn't necessarily, I'm not calling anybody out, I'm just using them as an example because they're always at the top of that freaking list. What if he's doing something quote unquote illegal? Not saying you are, D Wright, not saying you are, Joe Wright, just for example, that now everyone's gonna be like, oh, well, what the fuck? Kind of interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of feel like the way our qualifying is, though, with it being strict scrutiny, I think if anybody's really trying anything crazy, it would get flagged. But
It probably would.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, not necessarily in our league. I don't think we have a problem with that in our league, but just like outside of that, what if there is, like if we start a road course league, or stuff like that. There's all kinds of implications that could come down, and people could be cheating in if they find an exploit. I mean, just like that, it was the 24-hour race at Spa, I think it was. Not Spa. Anyway, it doesn't matter what track it was, where they were dropping the right-hand side tires in the grass to cool off those. Was that Spa? Yeah, to cool off the tires. And then there was the professional teams running on the apron at the 24-hour Daytona track that no one could see in qualifying, because no one has that. So now you're not going to be able to hide that.
I also like it, if you're not somebody that can lay the qualifying laps down, if you can have a chance to see somebody else's, I like that.
Yeah, I think it's cool. But that now brings open the conversation to bringing qualifying onto the broadcast after this is released. This is like 4 weeks away still. So I know
I've always been okay with it being on the broadcast. Josh used to have it on the broadcast. I liked it.
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't see everybody all at the same time, but you wouldn't be able to with this anyway. So.
Yeah. I think it'd be awesome to be able to do that, though. Have everyone on the track at the same time and they're just kind of like ghosting into each other. Like for a broadcast or whatever. That'd be kind of cool. I'd watch that. Or I'd broadcast that, I should say, for Tuesday nights. Anyways, on to the next thing. Dirt enhancements. So new dirt stuff. There's been a lot of work in this area. There's another, not this phase, but the next NASCAR phase is coming once they're comfortable with it being released. So probably in 2 years, along with the next update to the rain system. Took them a little while to do that. They're enhancing the multi-manufacturer and multi-class splitting algorithm because, as you know, in like the top and the higher splits, you get a lot less GT3 cars. You get a lot more prototypes in those because that's typically what higher iRating drivers drive. So be more balanced field per manufacturer type. I think that's kind of cool. They're a nightmare. Those multi-class races are awful, but
yeah,
good for people in the fast cars. Well, maybe not. I don't know.
It's a lot better having the power and being able to pass those guys instead of being the sit and duck and worrying where they're going.
For sure.
That's just me, though.
Absolutely. And then they're doing an instant AI thing now instead of where you have the right arrow or the arrow to instead of just join session or register. You can do now watch now, join as a spectator, join for race, and now there's going to be an instant AI button for where AI is eligible. You just click that button and start an AI race. As shown here. Oh, look at that. What?
We still get practice on a league session and it set the gas to the correct level.
No.
But carry on.
No, you can't have that either. It's coming with the Scuffs update. Oh, that's probably a separate team. Never mind.
Yeah, it's a different development team, bro.
Yeah, probably. Account management, they're finally going to enable and include two-factor authentication. I'm surprised it's taken this long to do that. Let me see here. Some more tires and physics updates. Oh, they're working on one. Not quite there yet, but they're working on a new physics and tire model again. DirectX 12 implementation. I guess that's going well. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense to me. New Sim UI is going well. I guess some more updates to that coming. Several updates to old content. Circuit Zolder is an awesome track that has been part of iRacing Experience 2010. When doing our best to revisit circuits and bring their artwork up to current standards. All right, cool. Oh yeah, the bend is coming. They just finished scanning that. Adam St. John's excited about that. That's 100. Look at his smile. Look at that guy's smile on his face. He's just super excited to be there.
Is that Adam?
Adam, is that you? Maybe.
Did he take that picture?
Maybe. Who knows? A couple of updates or tracks that are coming. Croft and Thruxton have been scanned. Thruxton's the next track on the dev schedule. I don't even know what that is, but okay, cool. They're scanning the bend this week and plan to visit Adelaide in November. Adam, they're coming to your hometown, bud. Got to go visit them. Valencia's under contract. That's kind of cool. I like Valencia. I don't know what track that is. The scan teams made several stops at NASCAR tracks to get the most up-to-date data for their NASCAR refresh. Okay. Dirt road content's being actively developed. Multiple GT3 cars, new supercars. Just barely missed the S4 build. Okay, that's cool. I like the supercars. I haven't driven one in a while, but I like them. Overhaul to the Legends car physics. All right. Supercars, yeah. I know, Adam. I know you're excited about that, bud. Let me see here. New dirt road cars. What road cars are we missing on dirt? Mustangs and Corvette. We've discussed some of the vehicles hints in the previous updates, but no, if there's some, okay. Awesome. Working on generative AI for coding stuff. Cool. Over refresh phase 2. Working on phase 3. And then here's a whole statement on the DDoS stuff. They're sorry. And they thank their operations and support team for fixing this. Here's some screenshots of some of the updates to the walls and stuff. That's interesting. Oh, that is, wow, that's super accurate. That's cool. Awesome. Well, that's awesome. Some cool stuff coming. Outside of that, that's all we got for that. That is our iRacing update this week. Next week, we got to find something else to talk about because there's going to be nothing to talk about iRacing unless there's a DDoS attack again.
Well, you've already promised the people a segment every week on that, so I don't
We're
think
doing
that
it.
was
You're
well
right.
thought out.
Nope, we are doing it. I'm going to find new stuff. We're going to go over their news, iRacing news articles and see what's up. Good point, Eddie. We're going to make it happen. How about we make it the iRacing / sim hardware? Because we talked about Fanatec last week. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Sure.
All right, let's just go. We're just going to play the race over here on the side while we talk about other things, I guess. Or the race itself. Joe's car is not, his paint's not loading, but he's the green and red car up there, qualified in the pole. Man, y'all did great this week over at Neon.
Yeah, it was crazy.
How did you do
I kind of shot myself in the foot in the truck series.
Let's reload these paints and see if it works. Oh, it doesn't like that. It'll be okay. We'll get there. It's okay, computer. Calm down. Yeah, so what happened in the trucks? Oh, it was that, wasn't it that last caution that really screwed you?
No, that was last week.
Oh, it was last
at
week?
Vegas.
Man, I can't remember these anymore. So what happened to you this week, Eddie?
So we go down pit road before the stage because you just can't make it. I thought Dega's pit road speed was 60. iRacing quickly told me it was 55. So I got the black flag and a 40-second hold and hoped I could be the lucky dog, you know. Well, the guys in front of us miscalculated or just haven't really read the rule book. I don't know. Hopefully they just miscalculated and they did read the rule book. But they weren't able to make it back around. When they got their EOLs, I was kind of, I was screwed. Because what that had done is made me a wave around car, and the lucky dog got to go zooming on by me, which made no sense. So I wasn't able to pit. And when we did pit, we pit so early, I only had maybe 5 laps or so before I had to pit again. Joe and them, they pit early, kept me out in front, and kind of like we did during the Xfinity race last night, but it was reversed because he went down pit road and pulled the eddies. Yeah, that was an experience, man. And just trying to stay up there and stay alive all night was just the thing. Got a fucking fly in here, bro. I'm about to get my damn fly swatter out. Let's go to town.
Get him.
I'm gonna get him.
So to explain a little more for those of you that don't know what Eddie was talking about in the rule book. So we have a rule. It was implemented, what, 4 years ago? 4 seasons ago now?
Yeah, it's been in there for a while.
It's been in there for a while now in reference to pitting on the stage caution. So the rule says that once the caution comes out, you have to be able to make it around the track to pick up the pace car and back to pit lane under green or under an open pit condition for you to get pit or for you to get stage points at all. If you cannot meet that, then the stage points get drop down to the next driver. So what happened in Eddie's case is there was 4 guys ahead of him. Those 4 guys, we need to change this to most exciting because I don't want to just stare at Joe all day. So in Eddie's case, Eddie had 4 guys ahead of him that were positions 1 through 4. He was a lap down, and the cars behind him, Joe and Dave Wright, were 5th and 6th place. As the caution comes out, our cautions for the stage get thrown 2 seconds after the driver crosses the start finish line, and it's set at 2 seconds. So it's not roughly 2 seconds, it's 2 seconds, except for at road courses when we change that up because we don't want to waste 5 laps under caution on a road course, since we brought stages back at road courses. So the driver or the leader will always pass the pace car, no matter what. On every track, will always pass the pace car, and we'll have to go back around and catch them on the backstretch. At a track like Bristol, doesn't really matter much because that takes about 14 seconds. At a track like at Daytona or Talladega, it takes a minute because you're not full speed. So the 4 drivers ahead of them, either it was a miscalculation or they wanted to win the stage and didn't read the rule book and didn't know all those points would be down to the next driver. But those 4 drivers then took instead of going around and catching the pace car, they got EOLs and took a pit before they caught the pace car, before Eddie then crossed the line. So Eddie, according to timing and scoring, was in front of the leader, who was Joe Wright, was the guy behind him. So he ended up becoming the wave around car instead of the lucky dog, which kind of screwed him.
Yeah.
That's the longer version of that with rules included. And
Because if I would have went down pit road anyway, then it would have been another 40-second hold under green.
right, for entering a closed pit. No, not entering a closed pit. What would you have gotten there?
Yeah, it would have been entering closed pit.
No, because entering closed
wouldn't
pits
have been open for me.
It's not a 40-second hold though. It's an EOL.
I don't know.
Because those 4 guys would have all had a 40-second hold. They didn't. They all had an EOL.
That's what I was thinking, but I was told different, and I didn't want to take that chance. Yeah.
Maybe Josh, the guy who's been here since the beginning of time in iRacing, will be able to tell us.
Because if I would have went down pit road and had a 40-second hold, I mean, it wouldn't have made much sense to me to do that when I could have just done it under green and not had to wait 40 extra seconds.
Right. Right. That makes sense.
That was my thinking when all that went down.
Yeah, makes sense.
But I also questioned why those guys didn't get a 40-second hold also.
Yeah, I think if you enter a closed pit, if the pit opens then closes, it's a 40-second hold. Adam says EOL, I reckon. I've done it a few times. Okay.
I think I've done that once at Atlanta, and it was a hold. So, but that was way back, maybe like season 2, season 1.
I don't know.
It's way back.
So, yeah. So that's what happened in the truck race for Eddie. Joe Wright ends up winning this race with his team, or his brother and teammate D Wright behind him. And then I can't remember who was third. Somebody that isn't up there often, but it worked out well for him. Can't remember. We'll see later. But yeah, so there actually wasn't a whole lot of incidents. But since this new physics update or oval refresh that they've done, these cars get airborne, and trucks too. Trucks get airborne a lot more than they used to. So we saw the bottom of Cheese's next gen car last night.
Yeah, if anybody's interested, I heard he's offering sponsorship for the underside.
Too bad we can't paint that.
Right.
That would be wicked. They already have the paint scraping off the wall. Why can't you do that on the track? I think it'd be cool. All right, so outside of that, oh yeah, we had Josh Hall in this race. Number 81, Josh Hall joined the race. He's got a new truck paint
Rookie.
already.
Rookie.
He's got his snap. Oh, I don't know if that's a new truck or not, or if he just changed it for the race and then changed it back. I don't know. But Josh Hall joined us this time, which I think is awesome. Thanks for joining us. The number 6 truck gets sideways at some point and ends up on his, like, 2 wheels in the air. It's kind of cool. I don't know when it happens. But then let's go to Eddie when he goes down pit road here and speeds.
That's not a good idea.
Not a good idea? Well, what's going to happen?
I'm getting PTSD, bro. Watch that shit.
Oh, must be the next lap. I love this can. Where is it? No, that can's my favorite too. Oh, maybe it's only at Daytona. Let's watch Eddie speed onto pit road.
Yeah, I thought it was 60, bro.
Devin almost losing it up here.
See, I thought it was 60. I was down to 60.
You were on the money at 60.
Shit. Yeah, bro. Told you, I thought it was 60 miles an hour. I swear to God, I thought it was 60.
It was perfect at 60.
Yeah, because pace speed was 70.
Yeah, in order to
Yeah.
have fixed this, you would have had to drop down to 50 miles an hour by the time you hit this line.
Well, at this point, I wasn't aware that I was speeding. Like, I legit thought it was 60, bro. Like, that black flag popped up, and I was like, what? What is going on here?
Oops. Yeah, you
Yeah.
would have had to be down to 50 miles an hour before this white line.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Happens. And then, so he gets and then he's like, oh, crap, I was speeding. Too late now.
Yeah.
Here's my hold for 40 seconds.
Yeah.
And the other fun one, Devin
Forgot to uncheck his
forgot to
tires.
uncheck his tires.
Yeah.
Look
That
at,
race was crazy, man. Worrying about everybody staying in front of people, and that was insane.
yeah.
And it was self-inflicted too. That was the worst part.
Yep. So then there goes Joe. D-Right's already off. There goes Devin. And there's Eddie still sitting on pit lane with his 40-second
Yeah, I was
hold.
like, bye guys.
We'll catch you next time. Which
That was
then
fun.
put, let me see, who was in the lead here at this point? Travis Bennett, I think. Yeah. So then everyone goes down pit road. There's not really a whole lot that happens.
Bye guys.
Oh look, there's Eddie again. Oh, poor Eddie.
Yeah.
So then here's the stage. Here's the stage caution. Okay, so here's your leader right now, and it's Matt Allen. So they're going 170 miles an hour. They are so off pace trying to save as much fuel as you can. And it doesn't, it works. They make it to the line, but you know, they can't get any stage points that way. Doesn't really work out. So they're going like super duper slow. And then at some point, I think it's, who is that back there? Travis Burton is like, dude, I'm going to go take this because I have a little bit more fuel than everybody else. Matt's like, oh God, he's going to pass me. He tries to speed up. They make contact. And yeah, that's the end of that. So then here's where it happens for Eddie. So there's the top 4 drivers. Travis Burton, Matt Allen, Kevin Graham, and Zachary Cox. So here's Eddie sitting in 20th place a lap down. Here's Joseph Wright in 5th place. So because all 4 of these drivers now have to pit this time by, they can't go back around and catch the pace car because they're out of fuel, whatever it is. They have to hold up. Matt's out of fuel, and they're, EOLs, right? So they're going to go around everybody. Because the start-finish line is after pit road, they're not going to get past the timing and scoring line for Eddie to have even had a chance at getting... Because I think if they went across the timing and scoring line first, you still would have got lucky dog. Think that would have happened.
Yeah.
But because the start-finish line is after pit road, now Eddie is technically ahead of everybody, right behind the pace car, which puts him as the wave around car and not in first. Or not in, because you see Joe's going to get P1 right here, and that's it for Eddie. Loses lucky dog as soon as he crosses the line.
Yep.
Now, once we catch the pace truck, Eddie can't pit. If he pits now, he loses. Well, I guess you would just be sent to the end of the line, but you lose that lap back, which would kind of screw you more.
Yep.
So then Derek Da Silva ends up getting the lucky dog. But key point here, Derek, if you're listening, even though it says you're the lucky dog candidate, you can't go around the pace truck yet. You have to wait till it tells you to pass the pace truck, which it would have told you to pass the pace truck once everybody goes into the pits. Well, once the pace truck crosses the line. So just stay in line until it tells you in the future how to do that. And so Derek then takes his lucky dog because he's lucky dog, which I'm surprised this didn't mess up timing and scoring. And didn't give the lucky dog back to you.
I think he had to have a black cleared.
He did. He had a black cleared for passing the pace truck. He did. And yeah. Anyways, so that was that. Let's go back to Eddie because Eddie is almost never involved in a caution or the start of one. Oh, there was like 5 cautions. Let's go to this wonderful wreck. Whatever happened here.
Well, I know I had to dodge one.
You know, I should just pull up iRacing control for this, but I'm not going to. Oh, it's Guy. Okay. That's the first flip of the night, Eddie. What are we rating it? I give the beginning execution like a 2. He's under the yellow line for some reason.
Yeah, I'm not understanding that.
I don't really understand how this happened. Oh, they were about to go 4 wide. Wolf kind of turns down a little bit. And then LaFountain, Jib Racing. I don't even think really... Man, this is kind of a difficult one. I mean, he should have moved up the track a little bit, but... I mean, I don't know. It's one of those, like... everyone should have kind of checked up and made more room, but then also Guy should, if he was under the yellow line, should have maybe just backed out of it because he's not guaranteed room to come back up on the track. Kind of one of those
He
things.
just stayed where he was at instead of going below the yellow.
Yeah. But anyways, all right, so initial execution, I give like a 3 for being under the yellow line. Coming back up, he gets turned by LaFountain hard right into the wall. It's only a 1 flipper, blows the engine at the same time, it sounds like. Maybe not.
Dale's okay.
I give it a 6. He landed on all 4s, but I give it a 6.
It's pretty fair. I think it's pretty fair. 6. Right. Maybe a 7 because the way he hit, like Earnhardt did, kind of
There's
the link, man.
there's another one of those that's real bad.
It's real bad.
That's real bad. Okay. So let's go back to Eddie because again, lap 40. Okay. Next one. Go to the pace car. I know other people say there's other ways you can do this, but this is the easiest way for me. And if you don't like it, I don't really know what to say. Guy's also involved in this one. Wonder what happens here. I think this is way in front of him, actually. Oh, yeah. It's way in front of him. Oh, yeah, Sharn Hill and Kevin Graham. Sharn goes down. Oh, no, it's Sharn and...
Matt Allen.
Is that Matt Allen? Yeah, it is Matt Allen. Oh, that's right. We can't watch Sharn because he blinks out at the same time. So, okay. Going down the backstretch. We're going to play this in a little bit of slow-mo here. A little bit slower. Sharn blinks out.
Bye.
I think what happens here is that then Matt picks up the draft from... is that Kevin? I think so.
Yeah.
He picks up the draft from Kevin, and that gap closes slightly, and it looks like he's kind of trying to give room if Sharn were to show back up here. And then Sharn does, and he's more to the left than he was more heading to the left when he blinked back in. And I don't really think that's kind of anyone's fault there. But then it starts a chain reaction behind him. With Devin up on the outside, Chucky. It looks like Sharn's going to go back down. Devin actually turns into Sharn. But Devin may have also got pushed by Chucky a little bit, and then you can just watch it just... Oh, yeah, this is the one we got to watch from Joe's point of view. This one was crazy. Driving. Oh, there's a bumper. Something's happening. Oh, God. Chucky. Nothing you can do in that. There's nothing you can do. You're screwed. All right. So that's that one. Was 49. 58.
That's one where I had to drive like crazy to get through that. Bro, there was
Maybe.
one I went. It was nuts.
Oh, probably because you're behind D Wright and Joe Wright. Yeah, there's about to be some shizness in front of you can't see.
Bro, there was one of them. I absolutely called it.
Nice wreck avoidance, bud.
Yeah, buddy. That wasn't it though, man. There was one I had to really drive through. It was nuts. There was smoke and kinds of stuff. Maybe it was last night.
Wasn't that one? Does that cause a caution? I don't think it causes a caution. No, something else happens later on in the lap. Oh, probably this one, Eddie.
Yeah, it is this one.
All right. I don't really even know who to watch here. Oh, that's right. This is the one with Zach Cox, Kevin Graham at the beginning. Looks like it was a bad push from Zach. Kevin's sawing at the wheel left and right. Being pushed by Zach. Zach kind of gets into his right rear. That checks everything up behind him. And we need to go like far for this one. That chucks everything up behind him. Zach then gets pushed down to the inside of the 46, who makes contact with that one. Which car is this? The 37? 97? The 97, which is the 16. That makes contact with Zimmerman and D. Wright and Joe.
We had a 36 was airborne there.
Just airborne though?
Yeah.
We'll have to rate the 360 on that one. All right. So yeah, this is just a cluster. I don't even know where to start with this one. But the one I'm going to watch, I remember Joe on this one talking about this. All of this happens in front of him, and he sees. This is the one you called, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
Joe's just like, I'm going to keep going left to the wall, and makes it through all this. It's let me see here. So all this crap happens, and then Joe's like, I'm out later. He just bails to the wall. Smart move. Barely clips the grass coming back on the track. Doesn't lose it doing that. Even better.
Yeah, it's pretty scary.
Yeah, for sure.
Go to my in-car on that, bro. Like, all I seen was smoke at one point.
Hang on.
It's crazy.
Okay, so Josh just sent a message in Discord for a wave by. When there are 2 laps of pacing to go until green flag restart, race control will restructure the pace lines in preparation for the restart. Isn't that 1 to go? Interesting. Okay. Racers that are not on the lead lap will be shuffled down the pacing order behind racers that are on the lead lap. Pit lane is closed to all lead lap cars that have not pitted. If a lead lap car pits under caution, he or she will have to serve a green flag penalty stop. Next rule, when there is 1 lap of pacing to go until the green flag restart, race control will issue the wave by to all cars between the pace car and leader of the race. Pit lane is closed to cars receiving the wave by. Should the driver pit, he or she will have to serve a green flag penalty stop. So that's if you pit on 1 to go, but not if you enter a pit that's closed. So that's like the first one under caution.
I don't know.
Yeah.
If it's closed, it probably still.
Well, the one that's pertaining to on 1 to green. When you get the 1 to green and you go back around, if you enter the pits, you get a green flag stop because that pit lane, because you're 1 to go, going to green, and that's when you get a penalty for that one. But that doesn't pertain to entering a closed pit while under caution. Because I'm pretty sure that's just an EOL, because we've seen it all the time.
I don't know. I'm just glad I didn't do it because my luck.
Yeah, exactly. You would have been screwed. All right, so let's go to Eddie's in car for this. Yeah, how do you even choose where to go on that?
Yeah, you don't. You just kind of like slow down and
slow down and start praying.
Watch the mirror. Watch the mirror. Hope to God somebody don't arc or break you.
Right. All right. So you said Devin Zimmerman went a little airborne here.
Yep.
If he gets turned back around with a little bit of help, come on, all the way around. Nope. Wait. All right, I give the pirouette and the rolling out of it, I'll give that a 7. For the pirouettes and the rolling out of it. But there's no flippage, so it's in a different category. This is just the floor dance, not the flippy dance.
Yeah. That's fair.
All right, so then the last 2, I guess, because there was 2 cautions. This one is right before the white flag.
Yeah, this one's probably the horrible block. Nope.
I think that's Zach Cox again.
No way.
All right, so they go 3 wide into this corner. Slow this down a little bit. LaFountain does come down from Shib's streams. He does come down slightly, but Zach goes really far up the track. This is the one that was some net code. There was some net code there. Then he comes back up. He loses it. Hooks the 25. Or no, is that the 95? I don't even know what car that is. 26, sure. I don't know. And then just Devin Zimmerman gets hit, and this brings out the caution for this one. Not a whole lot of people involved in this one, which is good. Did that bring out the caution? Yeah, it did. Okay. And then let's go back to Eddie, because Eddie's now back on the lead lap. No, you weren't. Were you on the lead lap? I don't remember.
I think so.
All right, so we're rolling again. And we're racing. We're going to go back to the back of the field here. Not that far back.
Why are we going to the back of the field?
So we can watch where the accident happens?
Oh, you can just keep it on me.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, late block.
That was the Dale Earnhardt moment. And this also takes out half the field.
If you're going to make a move, make the damn move. Don't pussyfoot it up there and take up 2 fucking lanes. Like, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of like a half a block. And it's
Bullshit.
and normal with into 10 laps into that race, there's a possibility. First of all, I don't think Eddie would have been there 3 wide going into turn 3, 10 laps into a race. But let's say you are 3 wide, or the outside line does have a run on you. It is possible that if you do that, the drivers may slow down. May. Depends on how close the guy is behind that front car on the 3rd line.
Yeah.
If you're on coming to white flag, no one's lifting. No one.
No.
They're going to go. And if you get in the way, you're going to get in the way. What would have happened is if you committed to the move and went to the top line, you got a massive bump from Eddie, hold on to the wheel, and hope and pray to God that you make it.
Yeah, because it's definitely coming.
Yeah, because it's definitely, you're getting booted. And that's exactly what happened. But you guys are going to go 4 wide, and I understand you're maybe giving room to the guys below you too, but you can go 4 wide at Talladega. The track is wide enough.
Yeah,
absolutely. You've got to be able to commit to it.
That was goofy.
Yeah.
But
yeah, you've got to be able to commit to this. If you don't commit to it, it's gonna cause something like this. And it just takes out half the field. Devin barely makes it through. Yeah. Caution's out. We're going for another green, white, checkered. Joe Wright takes the win on this one. He's up front here. Joe Wright, D Wright, and Devin Butchno behind him. And this is where, at the line, or going into the tri-oval, Devin, who says he'll never make this move again. I don't know if I believe him or not, but Devin tries to go to the top. Now, just keep in mind also that all of these front drivers, these especially these 3 guys right here, Joe Wright, D Wright, and Devin Butchno, are probably 3 of the most competitive people I've ever met. Devin, love the guy to death, will always try to race you no matter who you are to the line. It's going to happen. And I think his idea here is to try to race Joe and D Wright. I think it was a little early to peek out. Granted, he may have been hot, so he went up to make a block or to try to gain some momentum here. Makes a block here on the 45. Then they make contact. It takes out the rest of the field. And everyone we're going to have a lot of flippages here. But yeah, this is the calamity that was the start finish line. And this is actually, like when I was doing interviews, this was the shot I had up for Joe. I thought it was great. All right, let's go back to Flippy guys. Matt Allen just is in the wall. Michael Wolf. Who else ends up upside down? Wasn't Guy upside down at some point? Oh, we had another dance, floor dance. We'll have to go back and look at that. All right. So now let's watch. He gets booted by Riley. Good job, Riley. Car bounces. How does he? Oh, he gets T-boned by Balenciaga. Okay. I'm gonna give the beginning execution like an 8. He was totally out of control. No way he could have avoided this. I'm gonna give that a 10 actually. The roof ride, give that a solid 6. Bounces off the tires. Ollie's got a nice ollie and wheelie going there. Does he go back straight or is his hands completely off the wheel? Completely off the wheel. I don't know. For this race, I'm gonna give that an 8.5.
There you go.
Oh, and then gets tagged again by Adam St. John. Good job, Adam. All right. So through all of this, what happened to Guy? Because wasn't he like upside down or backwards across the line or something? Oh, there was a pinch there. Guarantee you his foot's still in it. Oh, car done blown up. Okay, so who else was doing like a floor routine here? I think it might have been Justin Bell. No. Oh yeah, it was Chucky. Does he come out of it rolling and go straight? No. Give that a 6 for the floor routine, and then gets team up.
Gomes said he got dinged for a 40-second hold at Dover last season.
Because I missed my pit open window, then went back in the next lap when it was closed. But that's the...
I swear that's happened to me at Atlanta back in the day.
That's what Gomer was saying. If it opens and then closes, it's a 40-second hold. But if you went in when it was just closed for you, that's like if you go into the pits,
Well, if you're the wave around car, it'll be open for you. But if you take it, you're going to lose that lap.
Correct.
So the next time by, it'll be closed,
Correct.
which is probably going to be one to go, and you're going to get popped with that.
Right. That's that one. Yeah. All right. And that was the truck race. Let's look at the truck points because those ones are actually done. Look at that. I'm all prepared and everything.
There you
go. These are still unofficial points. Just so everyone knows, we have not made these official yet. But current standings, Devin Zimmerman is leading the league with a 16-point gap. At least it's not Devin Butchino. I'm just kidding. But this is super good. I'm super excited to see this. That the top 5 guys, only one of them is up there that we consistently see in the top 5. And the amount of competition and that's in this league this season is really good to see. Eddie looks like he's slinking down in his chair more because I think he's gotten screwed a couple of these races already. But you're still in 6th, so you're still within that.
I'm locked in, baby. I got to win. I don't care.
Oh, well, yeah. So, yeah, you're good then. So, yeah, drivers locked in. Actually, Devin, Travis, Eddie, and Joseph Wright are all locked in. Joe could only miss one more race. Hopefully he doesn't miss too many. Work kind of gets in the way of that sometimes, but is what it is. So your top 5, Devin Zimmerman, Devin Butchno, Travis Bennett, Michael Lipicki, and Riley Gomes. And then Eddie, Justin Bell, Chucky. Okay. It is in 8th place. Joe Wright, and then Brian LaFountain rounding out your top 10. So crazy. Josh Halls only have 1 race, and he's got more points than half these guys do. How does he have 40 points?
Stage punch, probably.
Oh, okay. All right. Team standings, these aren't up to date because we haven't gotten all of the teams, I think, set up in SimRacer Hub. I don't know if Sylvain's done that or not. This is kind of his department for setting up SimRacer Hub, so I don't know if he's done that or not. But that is the truck race. You ready for the next gens, bud?
Sure, bud.
Sure, bud. It was so much fun, though. This one, launch that. I unfortunately didn't get to be there. I got a call for work at like 7:15. So that was it for me.
So good.
It is what it is. I knew what the job entailed when I took it, so it is what it is. I'm fine with it. We do not have the points for next gen done yet, so I will.
Slacker ass.
I know, right? Ethan Horse, not my finest moment. Or last night I found out oh my god, found out the hard way that going in after it closes you get a hold. Thought it was an EOL. He did. Not my finest moment. Can we run Dega next week? I want to try that again before I go on break. No. If anybody's open for it, I mean, I miss Talladega, and I don't like missing races, but I would be up to run like a fun run, not the normal Wednesday after dark fun runs where we, like just try to wreck each other, like an actual race. Like 30 laps or something like that. I'd be down to do that because I didn't get to race this week and I wanted to race. So if anybody wants to do that, like the video. Miatas. No, it's not a fun run. It's a next gen race, cheese. D Wright takes the pole on this race. But wouldn't you know, it's 3 neon drivers at the top. Joe Wright, D Wright, and Eddie Morris. Crazy. I didn't see what this first caution was for, though. It was a huge field.
I think it was a huge checkup in on the outside line.
Oh, hey, you can see it happening up there. All right. Michael Wolf. I'm going to go with him because he's the farthest back. I used my reset before turn 1. Just look up high. Yeah, right. Look at me at the back. Endurance win. Ethan, it's in the conversations, bud. We're working on it. I promise. There's actually more to that that's possibly coming. That we'll have a talk about and an announcement about hopefully soon. All right, so we're gonna start with Michael Wolf here. Oh yeah, yeah, huge checkup. Okay.
Yeah,
So
that
what?
outside line. You looking for the checkup?
Yeah.
Just go to jail. But boys and girls, this is what happens when you try to start a super speedway race in third gear. Because evidently the trucks and the next gen got him all kinds of confused. Where we've got 5 years here,
There it is,
and he
folks.
was
Third
cruising in
gear.
fifth, and he just downshifted twice. Yeah, thought he was in fourth. He
You
was in
can
third.
hear how low the RPMs are.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh man.
Yeah, that's not a good feeling. I've done that before. Not been in the right gear. You got to hit
Oh
the go, and it
man.
won't go.
You get the go and there's go, no go, and there was just a no go.
Yep.
Everyone tries to check up. It doesn't really work out. Lots of people wrecking right off the line. No one's airborne though. Next.
Shit, we weren't going fast enough to even get airborne. What are you talking about?
Lap 36. That was the stage. You had a green flag run to the stage? Fantastic.
Yeah.
And then a couple of cautions right in a row.
Happens.
Yeah. Ethan Horst was one of them. This brought out a lot of people. My flip was at the stage, lap 24. Well, 24 wasn't the stage, it was 35, sir.
I think he's saying it was in the stage. We got a couple cars right there just facing the wrong way. Right, just
right.
going on there.
Yeah. Hang on, lap 54, Ethan Horst. Remember that. Cheeseburger. Let's go back to here.
Maybe it was a lap that ain't
Maybe it's
counted.
this one, yeah. Oh. 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 Jeez, what happened, bud?
I think Jesus just accumulated enough points so we could just give him the award and be done with it.
So Trey goes to the outside of Cheese. It's entire. Oh, and then he comes back down and hooks him, and this was the Dale Earnhardt moment, bud.
Yeah.
Oh man, that car gets airborne, rides the wall a little bit. It's like a kickflip onto the wall.
I heard that car got so high, NASCAR's going to come and find the footage of this, and you'll never see it again. So I hope you guys are watching. I hope you're tuned in.
Uh,
Call him Cheesy Sadler.
I don't know. Like, there's some broken wheels on that. Man, there's all kinds of stuff. But the car stayed relatively in one piece. I'm gonna. Oh man, yeah, you're on the infield though. It doesn't matter. You weren't around anybody when that happened. I think I'm gonna give that a 9.6. We're going 9.6. That was epic. That was a kickflip onto the wall with some grinding on the wall. Not grinding. Lots of rotation in the air. Yeah, it was epic, and then ended up on all fours, not facing the right direction, but yeah, I'm giving it a 9.6. 100%. Cheese wins the award again. You get a pat on the back, bud. Someone in wherever Cheese lives, give him a pat on the back.
And an upper decker from Hartney.
Junior, an upper decker from Junior. Junior's experience with those. All right. What happened at this one? Oh, this was the Ethan Horst one. Oh, no, that's 54, not 35. 54. Checks up there with Duvendak. Everyone's good. Man, you could so go 4 wide at this track.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like these lanes are so wide.
Yep. That's why I love Dega. If you get on there with the right people, man, it's so fun.
A bad push from the 3 car onto the 51. Number 20 kind of pushes the 3 into him, though.
Yep. Can't push the pusher, boys.
Yeah.
Can't push the pusher.
Colton. Actually, Duvendak even said this in the race. Colton, I have nowhere to go. Watch the pushing or something like that. I remember hearing him say that. Yeah, as much as you want Trey to catch up to that car in front of you, you can't do this. Because then it causes this stuff, and then Trey's kind of sandwiched in between them. The 51's then going to get even more of a hit. And then comes back up on track. Doors Trey goes up the track. And then it all just kind of breaks loose from there. But that's not what brings out the caution, because nothing actually happens there. The caution's brought out with Ethan. He comes down the track till looks like he's going to follow Duvendak. And just some netcode there.
Netcode.
Yeah, crazy netcode. He must have been on the Australian servers. What I would recommend, Ethan, since I 100% agree with locking it down, but your car was going straight at this point. After you hit the wall, you don't have to like come to a complete stop. Because if you let off the brakes here,
I would just let him do. He did right. Just let him go. Just let him go. He did the right thing. Like you want that to be first nature. You did right. You did the right thing. You're good.
okay. Anyways, we're gonna keep going here on the next one. I mean, okay. I see what you're saying, but that would have been terrifying for these guys.
If I'm one of those guys and I do hit him, I'm not pissed off as much as if he's not holding the brake. Just saying.
I do
Like,
get
dude's
that.
trying. And if he tries to drive out of that or whatever, like those cars load up and they unload so weird. Like, he did right. He did the thing.
All right. My wife's having issues from a mess that I created. Not her fault.
Oh.
Huh?
You wouldn't create a mess.
No.
Never.
No, so I'm trying to redo the files in my filing cabinet, and to be fair, like, I took the files out a couple days ago and haven't touched it since then. So, totally my fault.
Yeah.
100%. 100%. All right, so then that was 54. We get a caution there. I'm assuming everyone pits here. Caution comes back out. What happened here? Oh. So are they catching the field? Oh yeah, guys, we gotta clean this up. This is these gaps here for anybody that's watching. These gaps coming off of 3 and 4. We need to do better than this.
Yeah, there's a less accordion effect if people are doing the speed limit like they're supposed to and maintaining that gap. But
yeah, especially at like we have a long way to go till the pace car is going to turn off. Sure, like I'll give you that, but you can see like right here, there's still big gaps all the way back. No one's really catching the pace car, so these guys are 10, 15 miles an hour faster than the cars in front of them. And then everyone, now that the pace car's off, now we're going to speed up, but then the restart zone isn't up until here. So it's just bad. The accordion effect is awful when you do this at a track like this. I'm not blaming this on Zimmerman, by the way. This is just an entire line of people that we need to not do this. So guys, for restarts, try to scooch back together because yeah, look at this giant accordion effect here. Everyone thought they were going and then they didn't. Who's behind him? Josh Hall, Travis Bennett, Zach Cox. So let's go from Travis Bennett's point of view. Like they all thought they were going. Nope, they didn't go. Travis almost saved it. Yeah, this isn't great. And that brings the caution back out. I lost the draft a lot from the back. I agree sometimes the saving is worse. All right, well. I will be wrong. All right, so that's those two. And then restart, and let's go to the next one. It is amazing how fast you get these cars to go now.
it's crazy, man.
All right. Travis Bennett? No. Colton Kinsey and the 27 car of
27, that's Carlton Charles, right? Or did he change? Did he change?
that is Carlton Charles, but that's not the right number.
No, he changed his number or something.
It's 41. Is that what he signed up for?
41's Charles Balance, bro.
Yeah, but that's Charles. You can see the name. It says Charles.
You said 27.
Yeah, that's the number on the car is 27.
I'm so confused right now, but okay.
The number on the car is the 27. The
Yep.
number that he has in the race is not 27. He has the number 7 in the race.
Ooh.
So why does he have... Okay, hang on. Timeout. Paints that are loaded today. This could be... His paint could have been correct yesterday. We have to go back and look at the broadcast. But he could have had the right number last night. This is just his paint he's using today.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense. All right, so let's look back and see what happened here.
I'm still gonna say, ooh.
Yeah, you're allowed to.
I don't give a damn if I'm allowed to or not. I'm gonna.
All right, so this is Colton Kinsey. Let's see what happens here. Carlton's way off pace. Does Colton see that from... Oh, Colton, because he got pushed from...
Oh yeah, that was my 4X. That was great.
Right. 51 gets turned back up into the wall. Again. Joe Wright gets another one right there, but that doesn't cause the caution. This is what causes the caution because the 7/27 gets turned. By Colton Kinsey. Your paint wasn't working on the broadcast. Well, what's new? There's nothing. Man, I've tried everything to get this stuff working correctly. The number 7 car goes for a small pirouette, a half a pirouette. Keeps it up towards the wall. Almost did. Nothing you can really do about that one. Locked it down. And we keep going. That was lap 68. Go back to Eddie. Then we had a couple of cautions coming to the end of the race. Right at the start finish line. Okay, well that was easy to find, I guess. I see D right in that one, so let's go to him.
Oh, this is where somebody tried coming back on the track.
No, this is J-Dub. So this is actually Joseph Wright. Devin Zimmerman's coming down the track. Joe Wright has a run. Thinks he's clear, and he's not. And hits Zimmerman. Zimmerman ends up going down pit road, but I don't think this is what brings out the caution.
No, it's whenever one of them come back up on the track.
Yeah. Because then D Wright's involved in this. So, God, nowhere really to go. There's not enough time to react to that. Ethan Horse gets taken out up there. He tries to react. Smoke kind of, you see him jerk around a little bit to try to avoid this. He sees it coming, so he's going to try to go low, and they're just... Pulled a Days of Thunder, drove through the smoke, and there was a car there. So, nothing really you could have done there, unfortunately. And that was lap 77. That was the end of D. Wright's race. Because he had already taken his fast repair. Alright. So next one. We're on board with Eddie Morris again.
Go back to that restart. Wait, where was I? What lap is that?
85.
Yeah, go back to the restart. Yeah, this was bad.
You want to be on board?
No, watch from like rear chase or something, or TV1 or whatever.
What
All right,
happened?
Dev, we're gonna count. Wait, Dev didn't go.
Devin, what happened, bud?
Picking his nose or something.
Oh man, you guys get freight trained. Holy crap.
Yeah, it was bad.
Y'all literally got freight trained.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then on the next restart, I was like, Jesus Christ, I don't know if I want you behind me, Devin. Like you fucking were sleeping on the last one.
Oh man.
I'm glad he didn't fall asleep on the last one though.
Josh says, I do want to complain, or bitch, that the 82 should have asked for an EOL there. I had to wait for him at the opening of pit road. Josh also said Devin's gas pedal was as active as he is in the broadcast. Or in the podcast.
Checks out.
So let's actually go to Joe for this this thing. Was this the 81? No. Which one are you talking about? Josh. She said no, but I did fall asleep on the last restart. Was Joe? Oh, Joe was this one. I think. Joe was broken. You can see that tire completely like sideways. Not working the front right of his car. Doing everything he can to keep it under control here.
Ain't that why we're just supposed to keep going and then ask for the black to be cleared for passing under yellow?
So actually, this was brought up after the race. I remember this being brought up somewhere. I think it might have been in chat here somewhere. Anyways. Okay, so Travis Burton is behind Josh. Both of these guys are supposed to wait for Joe. You can tell they're going kind of slower than everybody else. I don't know how many of these. I think a lot of these cars actually ended up having to wait for Joe. But Josh did have to slow down. And then he gets onto pit road. And he gets a black flag for passing under caution or passing under yellow. And what Josh was saying was that he had to sit here and wait for Joe to come up, and he should have requested an EOL because he couldn't maintain pace, is what I'm assuming Josh is saying. It is in the rule book to do that.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with Josh. Yeah.
But I will say though that if you're getting that close to pit road and there's someone behind you that you have to wait for and you have no idea where they are, just go in the pits. We'll clear the black flag for that. We've done it 1,000 times. In fact, that's what drove Devin nuts on Tuesday night. Was having a clear black flag. So, I mean, my advice, just go in the pit and worry about if it's a passing under yellow, we'll clear it. Don't worry about that.
As long as it's a legit one.
Yes. Now, just
like,
keep in mind
race
again.
somebody in there and be like, "Oh no."
Right. I did say that earlier, Josh. It's also in the rules to ask for an EOL, but you know, if they don't ask for an EOL, keep going. I mean, I'm not gonna. If someone can't maintain pace, you maintain pace. And if you get a passing under yellow for you maintaining pace, but them not being able to, that's a passing under yellow, we'll clear the black flag. So don't worry about it. But what I'm saying though is that, or what I was saying was something important to this. Oh, black flags. We do review all of them. iRacing does output the data now in a results for the race, what each black flag was for, and if it was cleared or not. If we go back and review it, which we do review every time, all the black flags that get cleared, if it is found that a black flag was cleared that should not have been cleared, it's a 15-point penalty, and you start the next race of that series with an EOL. So the penalty is harsh, but if passing under yellow, if you're found like just racing someone onto pit road, and you pass them under caution, like just racing them, that's we're going to give you a penalty for that. But if you got the caution because someone else wasn't able to maintain pace, that's a whole other story. So, that was my tangent, I guess.
There you go.
Everyone gets one. All right, next one. Next caution. This is our final green-white checkered that we get here. Who is sideways Chucky. Anybody else? No. Chucky and Trey Spears. Okay. Okay. Ah, okay. Ethan came up and hit Sharn. Sharn then got turned down into Chucky. Chucky got turned, ruined Ryan Gomes. Okay. No flippages on that though, so that's it. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna watch from TV1 the rest of this race because it's only 2 laps, and the ending of the race is pretty interesting. Wouldn't you say, Eddie?
Yeah, I would definitely say.
Do you want to say now or wait?
I don't know what I'm gonna say, but
Oh, okay. So pace car is gonna make the hard left turn off the racing surface here. Come on, this is taking forever.
face lap it. Super speedway, of course it's gonna take.
I know. All right, so behind
I was
Eddie.
praying Devin was awake.
Do we need to send him the caffeine pills like we're gonna do for D right too?
Well, no, he redeemed himself on this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
For one prior to this, though, I had my doubts. I ain't gonna lie.
Right. Devin's behind Eddie, and then 2 cars back in that little silver and red little sliver you see right there. That's Joe Wright. You get Joe Wright into this mix right here, it's over. I don't think there's anybody up in this top 10 that is probably as good as pushing and drafting as these 3 guys right here. Tony Zhirk, what's up going on, bud? Welcome to the podcast. Show, whatever the hell you want to call this. All right, so we're gonna change cameras here. Yeah, so they get a good jump off of this one finally. And the countdown works. You can tell because Joe's even ready to go. And on the bumper of... I can't tell who that was.
It's like Graham.
Yeah, Kevin, that's right. But then that top line, too, of Duvendeck, Cheese, and the number 20 car of Colton Kinsey, they're also good at this, too. So Duvendeck's really good at super speedways, too. So it's definitely a drag race. But there's a whole lot of sawing at the wheel here. Kevin's below the yellow line here, which kind of breaks up this group. That third car is super important when it comes to any kind of drafting track, as drafting heavy track as this is. That third car is very important. We're going to get a clean run to the white flag here, and then all hell's about to break loose. Because it breaks loose, I think, in turn 1. Maybe 2?
You wait till that 8 car gets out front, and that's when all hell breaks loose.
No, I think it happens behind you before. Oh, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I was staring at my computer screen, my laptop screen. Oh, that's right. Then Junior comes up, and you get the draft off of Junior. That's right. We are exiting turn 4. We are going to slow this down now.
Yeah, he showed he was going down. I'm like, I'm staying here, boys.
Right? Devin's behind him. It's going on in the back. There goes Chucky. He's going to take out Ryan Gomes. He's out of the picture.
I must have been right at that scoring loop.
Eddie is sticking to the outside. Wait, that's not the end. Okay, so
No, this is coming to the last restart.
I thought this was
This
the
is
last
the
restart.
restart. No,
Oh.
you went to the one prior because this is the one Devin was asleep on.
Oh, okay. Well, we saw that. Now let's go. Yeah, Cheese, you were right. All right, so let's go all the way around. All right, so now let's do this again. So now you have Eddie, Devin, and Duvendak on the outside with Cheese and the Merle brothers on the inside with Joe back there. And again, that fourth car. These guys are pretty decent at drafting together. Not always the most stable of pushers. Love you guys to death, but I'm always also not the most stable leader, so I'm not saying that I'm any better than they are, to be clear. But yeah, let's get this started. We're going to pass the first guy cosign. There it is. That's not the restart zone. Dustin Dean announcer finish. Kind of, but I wasn't announcing. We're just talking. We'll take that, you dick. I'm just kidding. Devin not asleep this time. You can tell the countdown worked because Duvendak is gone, but Duvendak takes the inside. And Eddie and Devin just come down when they're at their leisure. Just nothing's going on.
For sure.
So we're going to watch from here. Because it gets a little crazy. You got Trey and Joe up on the outside. Kevin Graham up there. Devin glued to Eddie's bumper. We're going to get the one to go here. It stays green, which is good. Sure, everybody was done at this point and they wanted to be done with this race. These top four cars are getting a great jump out here. And there goes Joe, and he's taking out a few people. I don't know if that was Joe specifically. So now, Jesus Christ, what the hell was
Junior.
that?
Oh, that was Junior. That was about one of the goofiest fucking things I've ever seen. About next to the other thing I've seen here. I don't understand this, but
It doesn't even look like, sounds like he looks like he lifts.
I don't think he does.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Yes.
I guess he took his own teammate out. So cool. Who then takes out everybody in front of him? Okay. Let's go back to our leaders. All right. So need to have a conversation about that.
Yeah.
Duvendak.
Steven.
Go ahead. You got this.
They pulled him off, man, and I went up and tried to give him the old block. But that if you go back after this is what I was gonna go down. And right there, I'm just gonna tell you, if I'm Cheeseburger, I'm pissed off at fucking Duvendak for that childish little door bang right there at the end. Because if Duvendak don't do that, Cheesy B wins this race.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Can we go on? Can we go on an onboard on that 99? So I'm saying the right stuff here. Pretty sure I am, but I just want to, Oh yeah.
All right.
Like I said, if I'm Cheesy B, I'm pissed off at Duvendak. If that don't happen, Cheesy B wins the race. But
Yep.
and I was also going to say on that block that I threw for those that want a super speedway lesson, you make one move and you stay there like I did. I knew he was going to try to come back to the bottom. But I also knew if I tried to, make more than one block, I had already made one. Had I made another, ain't no telling what the hell would have happened. We wouldn't have made it across the line.
Yeah.
So.
All right then. And that concludes our review of the SCSRA races. I don't know what else.
Yeah.
I don't know what else there is.
Neither.
This poses more questions than it does answers. So I'm going to have to actually go back and rewatch this entire race again.
Yeah.
That's tomorrow's job. That is not tonight's job. I have to go back to work. Interesting.
For sure.
Interesting. I don't know what else to say to that. Congratulations, Eddie, on your win. The next gen race. Good job, bud. Congratulations, Joe, on your win in the truck series. She says you probably would have killed us all. Oh, Josh, I thought I was going to be through that till Joe bounced off Brett. We did this last week. We're going to do it again. Y'all got till... Eddie, how much time do you have?
Got all night, baby.
You're not working tonight?
No, we're good.
All right. We are... Hey, guys, we're going to be doing this for the next hour. Okay? Y'all have till 10:15 to ask any questions you want in chat.
It's 10:58, bro. You're
okay.
setting them up for failure.
10:15 Central Standard Time. That's 8:15 Pacific. 9:15 Mountain Standard Time. 10:15 Central Time and 11:15 Eastern Standard Time. If you're outside of the U.S., I do not know what your time zone is.
I was going to say, what about poor Adam down there? What time?
Adam is allowed to ask questions whenever he wants. Josh, how are babies made? But that's a great question for cornhub.com.
Yes.
Cheese, mini stock league. I don't know about a mini stock league. So there's a conversation going about a couple of different things that may come up next season. Kind of working through some things. We have it's 12:45 p.m. Friday. Okay, so you have till 12:45 p.m. tomorrow to ask whatever questions you want, Adam.
Wow.
Mini stock league.
You could bump my camera off for a second. I'm gonna go take a drink from this high performance water bottle.
You got it, but I can do that.
We're gonna keep this going.
You got it. So there's a conversation about a couple of different ideas that we have. There will be some stuff more coming out about that later on in the season. So pay attention for that. We want to do I want to do personally some kind of road racing league. And then in that road racing league, we have a couple of guys that want to do endurance races. At some point, I want to assemble a team of about 5 drivers, maybe 6 drivers, depending on how many we get. That do an entire season's endurance races. The GT3 LMP races, not the NASCAR endurance races. Those obviously do those on your own, but it's the 500-600 mile races, 24-hour races, the 6-hour races, the 12-hour races, things like that. We want to do that. But we've got some changes coming, or some ideas coming out that we may have some questions on for. So pay attention to those. Figure 8 League. That sounds like some fun run stuff on Wednesdays. Not staying out of we could do something like that. That'd be interesting. Not a league for it, but just we can incorporate that into the fun runs after Wednesdays.
Yeah, I kind of feel like if we start incorporating points and fun runs, people quit showing
Yeah, for
up and
sure.
quits being fun, and yeah.
Yeah. So for anybody watching, we try to do fun runs on Wednesdays after the races. And
Our
so
fun run this week was run our mouth, so it still counts.
um, and
Still
then
had a pretty good turnout for it. So
yeah, I wasn't a part of that. I'm actually pretty glad I wasn't. So yeah, we do fun runs on Wednesdays after the race. Anybody's welcome to join. Even if you aren't in the next gen series, you're welcome to join it. We usually just leave it in hosted. It's not in the league at all.
yeah,
But
we probably need to fix that part though.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I
Was
mean,
there an issue?
well, I mean, yeah, it's called a protest.
Oh, that's very
You get some
true.
random fucker in there.
That's very true. Okay, yeah. So we'll probably have to start putting it in the league again, just as a practice session or whatever. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But we'll let you know for sure. Okay. Next question. Adam, weekend GT3 races are awesome. The 3-hour races. I really enjoy them, actually. They are super fun. I do the 90-minute, 45-minute races all the time when I have time to, but I haven't had time to in a while, so I don't know. But yeah, I wanna be able to do an entire season starting Daytona next year, because that's usually in January. I want to do an entire season of all of the endurance races. So if anybody wants to get into some road racing and stuff, we're gonna probably get that squared away by next season, possibly. I don't know, lots of ideas, so we'll figure it out. Coda and Lime Rock Cup race win. Coda and Lime Rock. Eddie, let you answer that one, buddy, because those are your two favorite tracks. Coda and Lime Rock. Lime Rock, I can tell you, is never going to happen. That track is too narrow for there to be any kind of good racing, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't think that
Josh,
would.
you can go ahead and delete that one, bud. That iRacing Super Speedway. No. No.
Geez, Super Truck winner right here. Yeah, me too, bud. It was like the only races I won for like 3 seasons. In the truck league that shall not be named. Oh yeah. Josh, iRacing Super Speedway, never gonna happen. Cheese Rovals only would be interesting. Rovals only? Oh, it's like the road courses on ovals? Or ovals on road courses?
Or maybe the tracks that are ovals that have road courses.
Yeah, yeah. I actually thought about like one of the ideas was like a next gen road course series. Like every other week or something, not every week, on maybe a weekend, or I don't know. The details have still not been figured out. But it was a next gen road course league that goes to tracks that you wouldn't normally see, like Monza, for instance. Long Beach. Those are fun tracks to drive in the next gen cars. But also go to tracks that we don't put on the schedule because they, in my opinion, or in our opinion, and stuff that we've driven is just a little too difficult to drive. Like Chicago street course, that track is not a great track at all. But then even do things like maybe Spa or do Le Mans in the next gen cars, which is actually super fun if you've never done it. And then of course like Watkins Glen, and do like some of the regular tracks, like on a week that we are at a road course, then do that track as well. But that, just different ideas, but maybe keep it in the next gen car, just because that's something else no one else has to buy. And doing a multi-class is kind of, I don't know, it kind of gets, I think, a little more complicated, whether when you do multi-class, then everyone goes for the faster cars, and it's just, you have to lock it down to one series. Or if it's going to be multi-class, it's like next gens in one GT3 car or something like that. Josh says, I would love to go to Mosport again. Yeah, tracks like that in the road course league. I think it would be fun. We should run Myrtle Beach. What is Myrtle Beach?
It's a track, bro.
I know it's a track. Is it a short track?
I think they have a road course.
Do they? Hang on, I'm gonna go look.
I don't know.
My content. I obviously don't own this. Because if I don't know what it is, I sure as hell don't own it.
I don't have Myrtle Beach.
Oh, apparently I do own it. Great.
Probably is a road course then.
No, it is a short course. 0.53 miles. Oh, no way, dude. We are not. No, absolutely not. We're not racing no more half-mile tracks. It's like Martinsville all over again.
Probably like the Nashville Fairground.
Probably. My wife says why am I watching a guy sitting in his room talking about a video game? I corrected her. It is a sim. I may be sleeping on the couch now. You might be sleeping on the couch, but tell her that we not only were talking about a video game, we were talking about your accomplishments and your 9.6 rating on your flip in the next gen race, and see what she says about that.
Yeah.
Tell her that we were celebrating your accomplishments and talking about you. So you had to tune in.
Yeah. You're kind of obligated.
Yeah, exactly.
You flip, you tune in.
Historic oval that no longer exists. No, it's wide and fun. Well, we can look at it in a fun run. How about that? And then see what it's like. Y'all got 7 minutes left. Anybody else? Eddie, you got any questions?
I don't think anybody's here capable enough to answer any of them. Why don't we have scuffs?
Josh, I think, is in contact with the development teams. He might be able to answer that for you.
He probably is, and they probably say, "Well, we'll create one for scuffs," and he's like, "No, I'm gonna have some fun with this a little longer." So that's probably what that is.
She says, that's what I said. Her response was, I'm the greatest good you ever got. Probably. Adam St. John, wolf spiders. We're not talking about spiders, bro. We went on the tangent about what could kill us in Australia last time.
We've got wolf spiders here.
We do have wolf spiders here. We don't have those crazy 18-pound spiders like you do have in Australia. Did you get any more when you were doing your laundry last time? Can we run cup cars at the Chili Bowl? No, it's like a 1/8 of them. It's like a 1/16 of a mile. The Chili Bowl. Yeah, you could not get Eddie to put a car back on dirt, a next gen car on dirt. It's not going to happen. Not even in a fun run, you couldn't get him to do that.
I'll go play the first Descendant. Be all right.
Right.
Y'all have fun with that.
Jeezy says we have black windows here. I'm imagining you meant widows. Yes, we do have black widows. Josh, serious track, Montreal. I would love Montreal. That would be a fun track too. That would be a pretty cool track. They're small enough you don't know it's there, but they can mess you up. Yes, they can. I've never been bitten by one, thank God. I don't want to ever be, because I don't want to have to go to the hospital for that. I don't like wolf spiders as it is. I don't like spiders in general.
I don't like those ones you kill and then the babies go everywhere, bro. Those things are horrible.
Those are the ones you burn, though.
Yeah.
Those are the ones you get out the hairspray and the lighter and you just light them on fire.
Yeah. Yeah. The hairspray and lighter. That's what I'm getting.
I mean, unless you got a flamethrower with a propane tank.
I will just go get my high performance water bottle accessory and exterminate the spider.
You could do that, but I'm thinking about staying away from it. I don't want to be that close to it.
Same as the hairspray, bro.
Fun run idea, turn the cars off and run down Mount Washington soapbox derby style. I don't own Mount Washington, so That'd be interesting though. Just let the cars coast down the hill. That'd be
I'm
interesting.
gonna have to eat some cheeseburgers for that to happen.
Right. 10 laps Nürburgring Nordschleife. Eddie would never, ever in his life pick that track.
Don't even own it. I'll play something else. Y'all have fun with that.
Have you seen, you know what the Nordschleife is, right?
It sounds funny, so I'm gonna say it's a crazy road course. So it's gonna be a no for me, dog.
No. Let me just put this in perspective for you a little bit.
Like I said, I can't pronounce it. It's probably left and right and stupid. So
it's a lot of left and rights. It's a lot of left and rights. It is 14.17 miles long.
Yep.
And you have corners like the
I'd say you've got all kinds of
Schwedenkreuz,
corners in 14 miles, bro.
the S curve, the Eschbach. Yeah, dude, hang on.
More shit you can't pronounce.
Yeah, more stuff you can't pronounce. Do I have this stuff still? No, I don't. Yeah, it's an incredibly long track, and my favorite car to drive on that track is the Lotus 49. 15 miles of hell. Yeah, it's a long race. 10 laps is 140 miles. It's a long race. I think the fastest like record car right now is, I think it was the 919 Evo a couple of years ago when they went like all out in this car. They developed it just to break records at tracks like the Nordschleife, and it was like a 6-minute lap. And he was cooking. Eddie looks like he's like, dude, I'm over this conversation. There's a lot of left and right.
I'm letting you have your minute, bro. I'm letting you have your. This is your time to shine, homie.
All right, you got 2 minutes, Eddie. It's your time to shine.
I'm good, buddy.
No, come
I'm
on.
good.
I almost got you on the scuffs today.
You almost got me.
Almost got you.
No, the rabbit hole I was gonna go down was the blocking thing at these super speedways, but you closed the next gen race out. So
I mean, I didn't close it. I still have it up if you want to continue talking about it.
well, I mean, I think I may have made my point.
I think you did. The contact is
No, I'm talking about the block. Like
not the Kevin Graham one was in the trucks, right?
yeah, that was the trucks.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the next gen
Yeah.
ending.
Yeah.
Whenever I went up and blocked Div and Dak, and then he come down and I stayed up, and like that's how you're gonna. That's how you're supposed to do it. That's how you survive to make your next move.
Yeah.
But you can only tell people that, whether they do it or not.
So we'll go slow-mo. This is what Eddie's talking about. He makes the move up top, and he stays there. Not most people, but some people, what they would do is try to block that move as well. Yeah. Swinging these cars left and right does not help you at all.
No.
Cheese to the outside with a run. Oh, yeah, Cheese would have had that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, when you make a block, commit to the block, hold the wheel for the person to hit you from behind, and stay in your lane.
Yep.
What we got.
You only get one.
You only get one.
You only get one.
That's the rule in a lot of road racing. Is like you make the block.
I'm pretty sure it's in the sporting code because you can get protested for blocking. I mean, it'd be kind of crazy to actually protest somebody at a super speedway race for blocking in a league.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it is there. You can do it,
Yep.
Yeah. I would just rather make one move and be able to make the next corner or back to the line and still have a chance at making another move,
Yeah.
you know, but that's just me personally. Um, you know, I could have blocked that second move, and there ain't no telling who would have won that thing. You know, we could have all died, or
Devin
hey,
could have
there ain't
won
no
it.
telling.
Yeah, Devin could have
There
come
ain't no
back
telling.
and came around that at full speed still.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. There's no telling what could have happened. So,
Yep.
you know, it just I'm not saying I'm awesome or anything like that, but like that's how you do it, you know? That's that's how you do the blocking thing.
Yep.
You make one, you stick with it. Like that was your move. It's like chess, bro. You know, 200-mile-an-hour chess game right there. I made my move. It was his turn to make his. He made it. We survived it, you know.
Yeah, and in road racing, that's a rule in almost every series. Like you get one move, you make that move, and that's it. You can't do it under. I know in F1, it's like you can't do it under braking. And there's like a couple other different rules that are specific to F1, but generally it's you get one move for one block, and then that's it. You don't get a second one, and that's how it should be. Because once you make that one move, it you have to be predictable to be able to survive. So if you make a second move, there's, like Eddie said, there's no telling what's going to happen. Anything could happen.
Yeah. And you know, it wouldn't matter who was in that car, you know, whether it just happened to be me, and it's you know a good example as to how to get through that. And you know, instead of I wanted to make a second move down, you
Yeah.
know, I did. I mean, you're on the last lap, you want to make that move, you know, but I mean, I don't know. I used to be 10th, 15th place driver, man. I always had to worry about points, and I always worry about points. And that comes back too, you know, because like if I make that second move and I wreck, I'm not going to get a lot of points, you know. Like
Right.
there's going to be a lot more drivers beating me to the line, and you know,
That's
yeah,
like Devin in the
it just makes more sense.
that's like Devin in the truck race. If he would have stayed in line with you guys and not made that move all the way up to the wall to block everybody, he probably would have finished third. Instead, he finished like 16th or something.
Yeah.
So that was a huge points loss for Devin in that, and probably one of the reasons why he's second right now. But you know, Devin Zimmerman's been extremely consistent this season. I think every race has been a top 5 except for this one. So there's a lot of good competition in the truck series, and every point's going to count come the end of the season. So
For sure.
Cheeseburger said the crazy thing is how big of a shot it gave you, yet you still had that speed.
Yeah.
Or bet yet he still had that speed. Yeah, he was trucking. He was trucking. He was gonna have that for sure if you didn't touch him.
Yep.
All right.
For show.
We need the Delta Wing. What's the Delta Wing? Am I missing something here? I don't know. All right, y'all. That's gonna be it for us tonight. We do appreciate everybody coming by. Cheese, Josh, Adam, Gomes, I saw you out there too in the chat today. We do appreciate everybody coming by. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, do all the fun things, hit that notification bell. You're alerted every time that we go live. If you guys can do that for me, please, I would appreciate it. Every like helps the channel. The more interaction, more engagement we get, the higher our channel gets ranked. So then we get to more people. The more people we get, guys, the more we can do for you, which is what the goal is in the long run. So do appreciate everybody coming by. Stay tuned Sunday night for the NSRA Sunday Select Series that starts off next week, our next week of racing. Eddie, you got anything else you want to say, bud?
I think that's it, brother.
All right. Do appreciate everybody coming by tonight. Y'all have a good rest of your evening, and we will catch y'all next week.